Fragments from Ararat and Byzantium. Shimmering clear story of stained glass saints above ex-cathedral light. Eye of the Sun. Hieroglyphs. St. George's grave at Ephesus, played on the psaltery. The cave of the seven sleepers, artistry, icons of the daughters of Jerusalem in filigree of gold, frankincense and myrrh burning, black light simulacra, an apocryphal script written in Sanskrit, real politique, worlds within worlds, breath of angels in darkness, morning light after soul's midnight, sky movie, the shoreline amphitheater at Delphi or Damascus, strophe, antistrophe, epode, loving kindness, celebrating the sacrifice of the treasure pan. From beyond the Tyrrhenian Sea, turquoise, shadowing fragments of illuminations, caves of the anthropophagi in ambergris, returning from beyond the end of the world in the domain of Emperor Tiberius, Ursa Major in Aurora Borealis, vis-a-vis Godhead, crossing Skyla and Charybdis in a trireme, the wreckage crash landing in Earthlight of the sun, moon, goddess, Venus, Urania, Atlantis in the heart of the mountains of Judea, at the door of Tutankhamun's tomb, where psychopomps led souls to death's sojourn. Homunculi, worlds within worlds, shape-shifting, an ex-cathedral vision of paradise in accordance to Aristotle's Gnostic Gospels. Travelers from beyond the Atlas Mountains, watching the sunrise, sunset on pilgrimage, crisscrossing the Mediterranean from Carthage. Their once lost decryption from the Apocrypha, written in sigils and runes from the inks of scribes, fragments from Ararat and Byzantium, to live forever in the spirit of their heart kingdom. Commanders and kings have fallen in the fields of the Eldritch ones, returning as Hamadryads. Thank you very much.
Can you find my poem? Right, this one's called Images. In the witch green light mirrored on Facebook, rolling names, all of them yours. They look the same, are spelt the same, yet you disown them out there in space in a program of their own. Here you are, under a palm, on a mountain, a party boy, a cute little babe, a bear, a wolfhound, my lover wrapped tightly around me. My eyes snatch at you, hoping to tear you from your page. I want to contain you in that galaxy of stars. Are you sure that it's really you? At your behest, it's displaying yourself so? It must be gremlins in the machine. I told you so, I told you so. I call out your name, just to make sure. I roll and scroll, but I'm sure you're not there, just a fractal of 1,000 fantasy selves. I was never good at fractions, and equations leave me cold. Where have you gone? Come back whole from this kaleidoscopic machine. You're not a robot. If you are, I'll scream. I know they're about to take over in a silver sheen, makeovers with bodies of glistening steel, all mechanical cock professing love, smiling, beautiful robots like Jude Law in AI, designed to thrill. Listen, my love is for real, no fantasy intended. I printed you off. I know when it's you, I shall keep you in the frame forever. There we go. This is called Tattoo. I study the swallow tattoo on your shoulder. It flies, yes, it flies. It matches mine. It was so sublime to scream in unison from the pain. Mine rides on my thigh, hardly ever on view, but we both know that it's there. We danced together in the moonlight later in my garden, flashing at each other. You were still insanely jealous from the kiss I gave to the tattooist and the way he needled me under my skirt. How erotic was that, you said? I couldn't have agreed more. The leather wristband and his supple fingers reaching for me so professionally, I almost cried from the pleasure of it. Entranced, I returned the next day on some pretext, a kind of narcotic spell. But I never told him that it was all over between us, our graveyard of sighs. Like a junkie, I demanded more and more until my body was covered with a language of its own, a graffiti of lust. I was going insane. He tried to stop me, but when he refused, I cried until he allowed me one more hit, a little heart behind my ear.
Woohoo!
I've got one more, if that's all right. This is based on a case that's been coming up about a necrophile. Actually, I think he worked in a mortuary, and it's true in England. And I think he was quite interested in all the corpses for years. So sorry to have written a poem about it, but it fascinates me anyway. The Necrophile, Fuller's Earth, 2021. Crazy about the dead, he stalked the mortuary, shaking hands with his nightmares, kissing cold orifices of corpses laid out on slabs. Families wept in a side room while he paced the floor in dreams, currently obsessed by the pretty blonde girl murdered by a cop. There's no refusals in death, no implications, nothing left behind. The old lady in her shrunken body could be Cleopatra in another life. To his Mark Antony, of course, he takes out his tablet and starts recording bodies. He safeguards their rights with his deathly orbits, lights up when he sees one that he fancies, or fancies she likes him. He's already in flames. No moonlight necessary. She's already dead. They feel no pain, the dead, even if they've been raped in life. Death's a relief after all. They're already away. I help him gather them up, tenderly, kiss their pallid cheeks, say my goodbyes for now. In court, I descend the stairs, down to the underworld, the house of wax from which no one looks back. My pirouetting heart beats with the rage of the just. I will swing again. Thank you.